RuPaul's Drag Race, episode 3, child. I thought it was 2, but then I remembered they did the double thing, back to back. So, okay. Episode 3. Okay, so leaving off where we left off last week, Irene Dubois, she ended up leaving. I think that was kind of a shocker for a lot of us. She was definitely a character that we thought was going to last a little longer, but, it's just not how things worked out with her ice water trick. But she's definitely gonna come back, and we're definitely gonna see Irene excel on social media, and she's definitely gonna do a lot more. And I'm sure she's gonna be on the first thing smoking right on back to All Stars whenever that'll happen. So, um, yeah. So who ended up winning the lip sync was Amethyst. Um, they lip sync to Ariana, Seven Rings, and they're sitting down talking. What's one thing we learned? We learned that Amethyst and Robin used to have a little fling going on back in the day. A little lesbianist situation. And they agreed, to just move on. And I guess it was a timing thing. Amethyst said she was the one that um, did not want to continue with the relationship for whatever reason, blah, blah, blah. And it's just two sisters together. So, somebody got to be the one that's this, you know. Just my opinion. But anyway, okay, so moving on from that. Oh, Lucy LaDuca, she's crying. Talking about, she feels like she has something to prove, and she didn't like the judges' critiques, and blah, blah, blah. And she did prove it in this episode, so good for her. Okay, so we get to the next day, and RuPaul comes in there, and she tells the girls that they need to get in groups of 5. It's 15 girls left, and so the team captains who put the groups together was Anitra because she won last week, and then Amethyst because she won the lip sync last week. And so they each chose their girls. On Anitra's team, it was Lux, Marsha 3 times, Sasha, and Selena. And of course, Anitra. On Team Amethyst, it was Amethyst, Lucy LaDuca, Aura Mayari, Princess Poppy, and Spice. And so the leftover girls was the girls who was the team, which was Sugar, Jax, Mistress, Malaysia, and Robin Fierce. Okay, so they all get together in the challenge. The maxi challenge is for all the girls to create their own heaven, however they see fit, darling, and then what they'll do in heaven and all that kind of stuff. It was a pretty fun idea when I think about it. You really could have went anywhere with it, but with working in groups and so many personalities, everybody wants to give their input, and it's just a lot. I've never been a group person growing up in school or anything. I've always just preferred to work by myself. If I fail, I fail. But I would just rather either work by myself or work with one other person. That's it. Maybe I could do 2 more people outside of myself, but other than that, no. Groups of 4, 5, 6, 7. No, 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 no. It's too much going on. But I would prefer to work by myself if I had a choice. But I'm doing ain't no more than 3. No more than 3. It's too many. But anyway, they had groups of 5. So immediately they cut to Jax, and Jax is kind of bossy. She's tiny, and so her voice is gonna be heard. My God. And she's Sugar was giving her input. Sugar and Spice, the twins, they was on different teams and stuff, and Sugar was kind of shot down a little bit by Jax. It kind of hurt her little feelings and stuff. I was like, oh, Jax. And so it was a little moment with that. The other girls seemed to work together rather fine. Sugar was just missing her sister. So we get to the challenge, which is going to be directed by Michelle Visage. Everybody was struggling, to be honest. There was not one person that did not struggle, it seemed. Yeah, so I really couldn't tell which team was going to do well in the challenge and which team wasn't. But one team that I knew that was kind of doomed was Team Jax, I'll say. I was like, oh Lord, I hate it for my sisters. So we get to the workroom. The girls are preparing for main stage. Malaysia, baby doll, baby doll, baby doll, baby doll, baby doll, baby doll, Fox, and Mistress Isabel Brooks. They have a little moment. You know, Malaysia talk about the church and how she was kind of shunned from the church, and you know, you're an abomination, you're this and you're that when you're gay, and you know, it's not add the whole drag queen thing on top of it and all this other kind of stuff, and y'all know what it gives, child. It is definitely an experience being both a person of color, in particular black, and gay at the same time. It's quite interesting. Um, so yeah, I could definitely relate to what she was saying. And then Mistress, you know, she had kind of a similar upbringing. And, you know, it was nice to see some of the girls at one point crowding around the girls and giving support. You know, one thing about the LGBT community is that we get the opportunity to create our own families if our born families don't accept us. And, you know, it's hard, it's difficult, it's a rough experience sometimes. But eventually we find the people that's fully for us, and it's one of the most beautiful things in the world. So anyway, child, we get to the main stage. RuPaul, she looked good. um the special guest was what's her name, Madison Malin, I don't know. But anyway, speaking of Madison, TS was there. TS Madison. She's gonna be a recurring judge on the show, which is great. Which is what I love, child. And you know, we love Maddie, and yeah, congrats to TS Madison. Child, the girls was up and sitting high and proud. I said, you better judge, Maddie. You better get it. So let me see. We get to the runways. The only people that I remember is the people that I really liked and the people that I didn't like. The runways who I absolutely loved was Sasha, Lux, Lucy LaDuca, and Malaysia, baby doll, baby doll, baby doll, baby doll, baby doll, baby doll, Fox. There was a lot of girls that fell in the middle for me. It was a little blah. But one outfit that I absolutely hated was Jax's. I understand she was paying homage. The runway theme was Metallica. So, you know, lots of you know, metallic kind of materials and things that, you know, flows, lamaze, and, you know, capes, and, you know, shiny, you know, things that, you know, flow, and, you know, y'all know. So, you know, things that look like metal and whatever. So there's a lot of Judy Jackson hookers that was up there. That was funny when they said that. But yeah, I didn't like it. Jack's outfit. She had the Jacks from Mortal Kombat arms and stuff, and I was just like, because you already look a little hard, sis. And then, you know, now you being hard. I'm like, And I felt like, honestly, if it was like edited or tailored a little better, it probably would have worked. The little short she had on was loose. And I don't know, there was ways to, like, she could have been super strong and, you know, looking like she can kick some butt, but she still could have kept it feminine. But there was nothing really feminine about the look to me, besides the fact that she had on some thigh-high boots, I think. So we get to the challenge. We get to Jackson's team. It was a hot mess. One thing I found interesting, though, was in that group, Sugar kind of took over. When they were creating everything, Sugar was kind of shunned to the side. You know, it was like, girl, shut up, you don't know nothing. But Sugar kind of took over and kind of saved the day, in a sense, with the Maxi Challenge. But one thing I found interesting was they referenced different drag queens who the girls reminded them of. And I was just like, I've been saying that from the beginning. Malaysia, she reminds me so much of Silky. It's not just because she's a big black girl. It's because she, in the face, looks like Silky to me. Malaysia, they're their own people, whatever, blah, blah, blah. We get it. But y'all know what I mean. So, she gave me Silky. There were certain things about Mistress that gave me Eureka. There were certain things about Jax that gave me Shangela. And there were also, and now that I think about it, there were certain things about Robin that gave me Jada Essence Hall. So, it's the aesthetic. It's, they look similar, in a sense. And so I was just like, well, that's cool that they thought to throw that in there. But anyway, they were still in the bottom jab. Who won the challenge? Who won the challenge was Sasha Colby. Do I agree? Sure. Her runway was excellent for sure. Let me see. The bottoms was Jax, Amethyst again, and Princess Poppy. Jax was safe. And I think Jax was only safe because her last week, her talent was so, everything. It was amazing. And so, she was at the top last week. And, to now be at the bottom this week. It's so interesting how that, happens. But they gave her a pass. So the two of the bottoms. Also, Lucy's Dolly Parton. She played Dolly Parton in the Amethyst group. And she killed it. That was the best part about that group. She has a lot of stuff up under her sleeve, Lucy. So I think she's she's going to be in the competition for a while. Okay, so Amethyst and Princess Poppy, they performed Diana Ross, Ain't No Mountain High Enough, some remix. I didn't like it. I wish they would have kept it original, but everything is remixed in the dance version. It's gay, I get it. But some stuff they should just keep the original song legally if they can, I didn't too much care for the remix, but whatever. Amethyst had on a very LeMay, flowing, Diana Ross moment, big hair, etc. Princess Poppy looked like Princess Poppy. And the lip sync was going okay, fairly decent. But then Princess Poppy went in the back and started acting silly. And Amethyst kept it together. She kept it structured. She kept it Diana. She kept it diva. She kept it classy. And Amethyst ended up winning the challenge. Which I agree. At first it was kind of neck and neck. I was like, well, they both is boring me. But after a while, Amethyst, she definitely kicked it up. It was like, okay, she's giving more Diana to me. So they did that. Princess Poppy, she went home. She said that this was just something that she tried, child. If she go home, she go home. She really don't care. She probably gonna get into whatever else that she doing. She just wanted to try this and make it here. And this was one of her goals. She could really care less if she won or not. And so she ended up leaving. So she was like, well, I wanted to try drag and I tried it. So now I'm going to move on to my real dream. Which I thought in a way was kind of disrespectful. But I mean, it's real. It would have been cool if she would have said that from the beginning. But, she probably would have never gotten on the show, right? So, it is what it is. She was meant to go home. There's no need for any of the girls to harp on or get upset about what she said because she's gone now. And she's probably not even going to be in this field anymore, so it don't matter. Bye. God bless you. One thing also that I want to talk about before I leave is a lot of the girls on these shows, on Drag Race, they like to complain about being safe. I think that's silly, personally. I would be so blessed and happy to be saved. Because when it's when the season just started, when it's so many different girls, get the girls out of there. Like I'm fine if I'm safe. I don't mind being safe because when it's time to kick it up, I'm here for it. I'm ready for you. I got it. So let me be safe. Let me be just good enough to stay there. I'm cool with that because as the competition starts to go on, when it starts to get 9, 10, 7. When it starts to kick up like that, when you get at least 5 girls out of there, that's when I'm going to show up and show out every week. Tops, 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 you know. So the fact that they complain about being safe so early, it's just stupid to me. For what? Be glad that your ass is not kicked out the competition. Like, I don't know. It's weird. It's weird. I'm like, y'all complaining about being safe? Now, when it get like to the top 5, top 4, and I'm still safe, I may feel some kind of way, but I wouldn't be mad because I'm still in the competition, which means that I still have time to pull this rabbit out of my bag, and hope that it works, and hope that my rabbit is the biggest, prettiest, shiniest rabbit above all, and I snatch the crown. A lot of girls were safe throughout the competition. You really didn't even pay that much attention to them. Safe throughout the entire competition, then snatch the crown. I think that's what happened with what's his name, Sasha Velour. I mean, you know, you don't know how things are gonna turn out for you on these kind of shows. You don't know. But as long as you know that you're putting your best foot forward and it's good enough to be safe, be blessed, be happy. Learn what the judges want to see from the critiques from the other girls. You know, you sitting here talking to the girls in the workroom, look at their drag, see, you know, the different advice the judges give them on makeup, wigs, outfits, whatever, and apply it to yourself. So they don't have to say nothing about you, and eventually you'll be in the top. So I don't know, I just want to say that. They agitating sometimes. But anyway, with that said, I'm MrChalaki. MrChalaki on Google+. Follow me at @IsKingsWorld on Instagram and Twitter. At @IsKingsWorld89 on Snapchat. Chess King on Facebook. MrChalaki on Cash App and PayPal. And as always, run me my money or run me my fade. Run me my money the way I get paid. Stay black, stay tuned, and I'll see you guys later.